I don't know what on earth that was. I think it's back on now. I don't know. What's going on?
Really texting with me that doesn't me.
Ah.
Let me see if
Are we
I can.
back? On my screen we're back, but I don't know if we're back.
I don't know. I've got some crappy adverts. Some
Oh yeah, I've just heard you
important.
scream and my audio was way too loud.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Agents, apologies for that. Yeah, I don't know why the stream just got cut off. Agents just gone off at the exit at turn 4. Very easy stuff. I said earlier, we're not going to be the last person to do that tonight. We're going to go on board with JD Devil Noob. Looking very, very quick. He's had very unlucky first few rounds as Com has just gone to the top of the times. He's not in the Com box, but he has just gone to the top with a 1:16.8. That's a pretty decent lap. But JD Devil Noob looks to be on a quicker lap time. He's heading towards the final corner now. Is the Ferrari driver. Let's see what he can do then. Heading towards Galp, turn 15, the last corner of this famous old racetrack towards the line with DRS. Can he go to the top of the times? No, he's going to be to the front row though.
Yeah, of course. Devil Noob has notably always had a decent qualifying, but however, in the race, it must be a Ferrari curse that does not always work out so well. Talking of Ferraris, I'm on board with RSF1 Michael, who, as you mentioned earlier, did cross the line first last week. However, a race post-race penalty made him fall down a few places. I think it was down to fourth. So he's got the chance to bounce back today with that. Keyboard input, which we did speak to him about last season, last week post race, didn't we, Corey? And it's just how he's done things. But it baffles me that how he's able to still be really quick despite doing that.
Yeah, it's very, very surprised. I mean, fair play to him because he's doing a fantastic job, as we've seen so far this season. As you also mentioned, hopefully the Ferrari curse doesn't carry over to Portimao because, well, so far they've had a great qualifying for the past 2 races, and once it comes to the race, it just all unfolds. But RSF1 Michael has shown some supreme pace so far in season 13. Can he carry that to round 3 of this season? You can see the pad input all the way to the line, crosses the line. It's going to be only P8 for the Ferrari driver for now.
Yeah, I'm still expecting a good qualifying from the Ferrari and then the collapse as always in the race. Good evening, SLR.
Whee! Oh, I'm on the ball with Ryan scores then. I was going to make a scores joke, but I couldn't think of one. Round the final corner, where can the McLaren driver put his car? It's going to be only a P12 in the end for the McLaren.
Stolker has invalidated his lap time. We've got 2 drivers still to set a lap time. One of them is Adrian, who I'm on board with, but he's just about to start a lap time in the Haas, so we'll go off board with him. He's going to be Aston on an out lap, so he's got only about 2 attempts in this qualifying. Last season's race winner here at Portimao. How will he do this time around? Who's on that lap, Corey? I think have we got Dolphin going around the last corner? Yeah, we haven't. That's Dolphin.
I don't know. Let's have a look. Dolphin. He's on his lap. He's just going through turn 4 now. Is a Williams driver. See what his first sector is going to be. It's a purple first sector. He's got 2 tenths up. 21.9 isn't too shabby, Alonso, at all. Through turn 5 now goes the Williams. Good exit. Uses all the track as well. And the Williams is very much on the limit here. Heading towards turn 7 and turn 8. Samsung corner. And as Matt mentioned earlier, Craig Jones, this is going to be turn 9 we're heading up to now. It's a bit of a downhill left-hander, easily flat out in these cars. Try and use left-hand side, least amount of track as possible, shortest route. Now towards turn 10 11, Portimao, 51.8. It's a very good lap so far from Dolphin. He's only got a handful, much corners to go.
Looking very smooth, isn't it? Very smooth. You're seeing the front brakes look up quite a bit, but he's still making the corners, he's still making the apexes. He's doing a brilliant job, in fact, going around the last 2 corners now, sorry. Does look a smooth lap time. Will he get into first place, though? We're not too sure. But I reckon it's going to be a front row. Tight to the right-hand side is Dolphin to try and shade as much time as possible, and he goes up to 5th. Oh! I think he must have lost a bit of time in Sector 3.
So just gone back on board with UKB's Assassin. He is invalidated on his lap time. Is he going to peel off into the pit lane because he hasn't got full battery? Unless he's just going to try and get a Delta lap time on the board. He's sticking to the right. No, he's going to peel off into the pit lane. So that's one of his potentially 2 attempts. He nearly hit the wall there, did Beast. Ryan scores. He's 3 tenths up in the first set. So this is a really good push lap here from McLaren through turn 8, Samsung corner. Doesn't use much of the exit. Very easy to lose it. And Hayes has gone to the top of the times. A 0.7 now.
Oh yes, it's showing the form of oldest. Hayes, she got podium, of course, I think in the first race of this season. I wish you do again today. We've just had a Ferrari cross the line. That was Devil Noob about to set up another lap. We've got a Red Bull crossing the line next as well, I believe. Is that CJ or is that Tyler Jenkins about to start a lap? No, it's Tyler Jenkins about to start a lap. However, CJ's just gone purple in Sector 1.
He has. Rider Score's just gone purple in Sector 2. He's about to cross the line to finish his lap time. McLaren driver goes into P7 in the end. Found nearly a second on his lap. Who on board was CJ. Oh, he's lost it out of turn 8. That's a great catch, but it's going to lose him all the time he's just gained. And he's not going to fly him up the order, potentially keep him in P12. I think we'll stick on board with the Red Bull, though, going through turn 10 and 11, the double right-hander. Nicely done. He's hit the bump on the exit, which is going to catch a lot of people out this evening, especially when you get on the power in the race, depending on which strategy they're going to go on. That Red Bull is looking very all over the place.
Those tyres, they look really overheated. I don't know if he's got he hasn't set a decent tyre pressure or not, but I think this is him abandoning his lap time. Looks so far so good to start with, but this track definitely crosses the track where the room for error is absolutely massive, especially in turn 8, as we knew from previous seasons. But it looked even better this time.
Last week's pole sitter, LSJ Rundle's just gone P6 in the Alpine. I'm going to go back on board with RSF1 Invade because he's just set a purple middle sector and he is on for an absolute flyer at the moment. He's over half a second up. Iska's shooting well towards the 15s potentially, out of the 15th and final corner here at Portimao. And he's going to cross the line now. He's going to go to the top of the time. So 1:16.5. He goes 2.5 tenths clear of Hayes.
That is going to be a tough one to beat. A very tough one to beat. And to be fair, we're also seeing... I know they've all got one more attempt left, but... Division 2 qualifying so far, it's looking a bit more spread out. 2.5 tenths from pole position, you've got a second separating the top 11. Normally it's a bit closer than that.
Yeah, we've seen in recent times it goes down to thousandths of a second. That could be the case come the end of this session. We've still got 5.5 minutes to go, so anything could happen. I think a lot of people on their cool-down laps potentially. Tyler Jenkins is down in the first sector. Codzilla. Let's go on board with him. He's in P10 at the moment in the Kick Sauber. With ERS and DRS on, going down, and he's slightly down in his first sector, but we'll see what the Sauber driver can do. Into third gear, out of the hairpin, very nicely done on the power early as well, so this is a good lap, potentially from Godzilla to push him further inside the top 10, which is really where it's kind of close out at the moment. Find another 2 tenths, could shoot him well towards the top 5 of Dolphin.
I'm going to see if I've gone to my hotspot, I might change the comms, or how I sound.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yes, leave them. Just pop me an invite back in a sec.
Godzilla has got very wide there out of 10. And that's going to be his lap over and done with, unfortunately, for the Kick Sauber. We'll see him go again. Let's go on board with the man who was challenging for the championship last season, UK Beast Assassin, who's invalidated again. He really is struggling out there. Is the championship contender from last season, hoping to try and throw himself into championship contention again this season. Last week's race winner, of course, after all penalties were applied. He drove a brilliant race, did UK Beast Assassin. And we'll see what he can do. Let me just invite Matt back into the lobby as he is going to round the 15th and final corner. And he's going to be starting another lap, is he? No, he's going to head back to the pit lane. So Beast is really going to have a one-shot qualifying here. Ooh. Indeed. Remember to tick your box again as well, because I think it might on tickets. Com has just gone up to P2. Only at 10th off the pace.
I've just unticked and ticked again.
There we go, I can hear you now. Bash! On board with SSR Halo, he's now starting what could be his final lap. He's got his teammate Adrian ahead of him, who's gone flying off, so he might maybe get a cheeky toe. No, he's gone flying off the road. How on earth is that not invalid? That's a fraud.
Oh my word.
Through turn 2. Halo is now heading towards turn 3 and 4. Uphill left-hander. Don't keep it flat there, son, because you're going to be finding your way round in the wall. Through the sector split, he's 2.5 tenths down, so this is really not looking good for Halo. It could be his qualifying over and done with.
I've never seen a driver to go off track and in the gravel so much as Adrian.
Yeah, so multiple times I think I've seen this session as well. He's gone flying off.
My mic is still croaky.
Oh dear.
Turbo slightly.
I think what oh god, I don't even have him added actually. I think what I'll do is potentially from next week is stream it to my laptop and we'll go in like a Discord call or something. I'll just do it that way.
Oh well.
Because normally Discord quality is a lot better, or go on the Xbox app through PC. I think that might be a bit easier. But yeah, we'll try some new things, try and make it better. Good old Xbox and Switch. So then, final runs are about to begin. Halo crosses the line, doesn't improve on his lap time, ended 4.5 tenths down. Adrian's going to start, he's going to peel off into the pit lane. So then, we've got everyone on their out laps. First car that's going to start their final lap of the session is going to be Hayes. She was on provisional pole at one stage in this session. We'll see what she can do on her final run.
Sorry. I was a bit distracted.
That's not good enough, Paul.
No, well, we've got one driver who's on a lap time at the moment, and that is Halo. As Adrian has had enough. It appears he's gone to the pit lane for a lap time of 1:19.5, which is over 3 seconds to your provisional pole sitter at the moment. And I've got the telemetry on. That is brilliant.
You bozo. There's Hayes for the first sector, a 10.5 down. So is she going to back out and go again? I think she has. She's turning the ERS off. She's going to be backing off and going again. Her teammate Pricey now has just started his lap. He's got a little bit wide out of turn 1, just about got away with track limits. We saw him spin at the corner we're about to come up to, now turn 4. At the very start of the session, he's got to keep it on the track this time. Shorts just a fifth to try and not lose any of the back end. Pricey, through this first sector split, is a 10.5 up. He's looking pretty good. Have we got anyone else around though on a lap time?
We just had Halo across the line. He lost a 10th in sector 3 and he's only gone 4 tenths quicker than his personal best. He's only gone to 14th. And I think this, he has slowed down. That is his qualifying over.
Yeah, indeed it is, yeah. The Haas, so as you said, the Haas qualifying session over and done with. Pricey then heading towards turn 10 and 11, Portimao corner, named after the track. And we'll see if he has kept that advantage through the middle sector. He's lost a little bit, so he's only about half a tenth up there. We'll shoot him just ahead of LSJ Rundle at the moment, unless he can find some time in the final sector. See what the Mercedes driver can do. Through turn 14, the penultimate corner, very easy to lose it on the exit. Turbo has just about got in the lobby in time, which is good to see, so we do have a full grid. Pricey then rounds the 15th and final corner, and we'll see what he can do. DRS all the way up to the line, crosses the line now, and goes P4 in the end. Did find some time in the final sector.
Yeah, you've got a lot of drivers crossing the line now, either to start their lap or finish their lap. I'm currently on board with Invade. He is looking a bit quicker at the moment, Corey, but you've still got half a lap to go.
Indeed he does. He's just ahead of UK Beast Assassin, who's also on a one-shot qualifying. Invade is half a tenth up through the middle sectors. This could be the pole position lap. We're right on board with it at the moment. He has got a bit of traffic ahead of him. Needs to hope they move out of the way. They have done very nicely. And through the penultimate corner, checker flag is now out. This is going to be the last of the lap times we see in this session. Heading towards the final corner now is Invade. Uses all the track on the exit at turn 14. The Williams driver is heading to the line. Is he going to head to the front of the grid? Head of the front of the grid. Yes, he is. A 1:16.5 from Invade has improved on his lap time. And where has UK Beast Assassin gone and all that? He's gone P5.
Yeah, good lap time there from UK Beast Assassin in one-shot qualifying, decent qualifying, especially for his standards. Invade lost a bit of time in sector 3. Perhaps it's because he didn't take that tight inside right line, which we've seen a lot of drivers do already disqualified, as Coleman has lost a bit of time in sector 3. So I think that's his qualifying over, and Hayes, as you've just seen, has retired in the pit lane. We've got Mercedes about to cross the line though, Corey. I think that is Pricey. He's currently 2.8 seconds down, so that is also his qualifying done. Have we got anyone else on our lap time? I believe Kislesko in the Aston Martin. And he just invalidated.
Yeah, that's qualifying over and done with then. It is RSF1 Invade on pole position then, here in round 3 of season 13 in Division 2 in SLR, and it's by nearly a 10.5 to JD Devil Noob, who backed out of his final run. Com is going to round out the top 3 for the grid, and we'll see what it's going to transform to in the race. I think that's 3 different pole sitters for the first 3 rounds of the season.
Yeah, certainly encouraging, isn't it? Certainly encouraging, and goes to show how competitive Division 2 is. And Rundle down in 8th place. He might have to do a bit of a strategy masterclass like we saw in Australia, if we have any chance of him seeing him on the podium once more.
Well, there we go then. The third qualifying session of the season is over and done with then. And as you see on your screen, it is RSF1 Invade on pole position here in Division 2. We'll see how he gets on in the race. But I think so far, have we actually seen a pole sitter win in Division 2 this season? I'm not sure.
I don't believe we have.
So yeah, clearly like in Formula 1 in real life at the moment. starting on pole position is not the key thing in SLR either. And there is the classification on your screen. Then it is RSF1 Invade, as we said, on pole for here in Portimao in Division 2. And yeah, we're going to be heading into the race in about 5 minutes' time. But in the meantime, Matt, I think that only means one thing.
It is indeed. It's time for bloke chat. Cut most of it out again. I've got plenty to talk about here. I think we should start with the sad one. For football fans out there, especially for you, Corey, the shock yesterday of Shaky, referred to as Jack Grealish. Of course, started on a sad note, but it was a shock. He was a part of the Leicester Premier League title season, wasn't he? He was the assistant, am I right?
Yeah, he was the caretaker manager, yeah, and I mean, he went on to be very, very successful. There's obviously was our manager from the Champions League quarter-final, Champions League, I think round of 16 at home against Seville, which he actually won in the end, which was a very emotional one for especially myself. I remember that night very fondly, but yeah, he went on to do some brilliant things for the club. Unfortunately, moved on to better things with Aston Villa, but yeah, he's been very sad. Obviously, he's been suffering with cancer since about Christmas time, and yeah, it's gone very, very quickly, and I'm actually when I saw it, I was genuinely devastated to see that he's passed, and obviously condolences to his family and everything. It's yeah, it was a bit of a sad time for all football fans, especially us.
Yeah, I mean, the pattern I keep seeing is that everyone said he was a lovely person. Even Jack Grealish again recently come out and said that he got a message from Craig Shakespeare after he found out that Grealish didn't make the team. It just goes to show what type of person Shaky was. Rest in peace. Let's try and spice things up a bit, shall we? Let's talk about Jonathan Wheatley to Audi. What's your thoughts on that, Corey?
I mean, it's Red Bull are only falling apart at the moment, aren't they? So it's looking very, very going downhill for Red Bull. Of course, potentially Max Verstappen might be leaving the team as well, maybe next year or the year after. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to put this down to all the Christian Horner drama, but I mean, Adrian Newey leaving, rumours of Max Verstappen leaving, Perez staying, lol. Now, Jonathan Wheatley leaving. I mean, that Audi project does look very, very promising by the sounds. I think I've read today Gabriel Bortoleto is the next driver to be, it's going to be connected with it.
Well, I mean, it's Wheatley is a massive loss. And yeah, there's absolutely, I'll bet my life savings, Max Verstappen is not going to be a Red Bull driver in 2026. Not a chance. Yeah, I still believe he'd be in Mercedes, but now Wheatley going to Audi, that might open the door for him to go to Audi. What do you reckon?
I mean, I have read since the Audi project, apparently, George Russell's contract with Mercedes ends next year, and I think he's probably one of the prime candidates to go to Audi. But I think, like you said, I think Max Verstappen is very much linked to go to Mercedes, well, maybe even next year, but I think more than likely the year after. I mean, it makes sense with George's contract being up, but imagine that, Antonelli and Verstappen at Mercedes.
That's disgusting, isn't it? The present versus the future. The Twitch chat is actually getting a bit active at the moment. Jonesy here's Tom at Everton. Nice one for your time, Troll Corey. Helping out as ever. It's what Red Bull get for sponsoring Leeds. Yeah. Red Bull in the mud. Red Bull. Okay. Leeds curse spreads to them. Yeah, it's looking likely. Corey, what's your biggest fear?
Death.
Oh, really?
Very death, I think. That's a lie. Fear of the unknown.
Fear of the unknown?
Yeah. I think that's my biggest fear.
Mine's a hornet. Hornets and wasps. Not as exciting. But however, there was a hornet at work today that got into our timber wrecking, and we had to try and get rid of it because obviously it was looking for a nest. So there's about 3 of us trying to hunt it down. Well, I say hunt it, 3 of us. 2 of us really. I was just watching it from the distance, cheering on. And it was a brutal death. They managed to drown it with WD-40. Managed to get it in the open. Said to us, someone stamping it. And I kid you not, Henry just with a shrink wrap roller, just battered it to death like it was Negan from Walking Dead.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It was quite brutal. And we were like, Henry, stop! I think it's dead. I think it's dead. And he just kept on going. And he started shouting.
Oh, that's wow. Okay.
But it is now 29 past, which I believe is the time the race is going to start. So we'll keep on the wits. For now, that is the end of Bloke Chat.
Oh, see that fucking penguin noise, mate.
It's not. And here we go.
Take it away.
In Portugal, revs are up in Portimao. And with a release of the clutch, away they go. And McLaren in third place had a bit of a shocking start with a bit of wheel spin. Look like I'm under threat though, still remaining third. But at the front is invading the lead. The Ferrari Devil Noob still remains in second place. It looks like there's going to be a bit of a contact or combat between 4th, 5th and 6th. And Beast Assassin has lost the plate to last season's fellow championship rival Pricey, who's up to 5th position. There was a few changes further down. Another Beast, Zakin's Beast, has been up a place into 16th. He's currently swapping places with Kislesko. But as we go back towards the front once again, it is still as you were with Invade, Devil Noob, Hayes, Pricey making up a position as we go into turn 8 for the first time.
Indeed we do then. And still RSF1 Invade with a great launch, managed to hold on to the lead, and you can see the tyres on the left hand side of your screen. And it's Com, the first driver on the medium compound tyre, and we'll see how he gets on. Can he hold on to the lead train? Not 100% sure. The only driver on the hard compound tyre is Ryan Scores. And we'll see how he gets on as well, because the hard tyre is a lot slower than especially the softs at any point in the race really. Tyler Jenkins trying to go side by side with Stiggy Boy, can't quite make it work, but is he going to go for the old switch back through 14? He has a little look, does the Red Bull driver, but no, isn't quite close enough to go for it. Pricey is going to go for the move on his teammate though, potentially the two Mercedes are side by side down the main straight. Hayes doesn't fight it too hard, and Pricey on the quicker tyre does get ahead.
Tell you what, one first lap replay I want to see is Turbo Slugs. He's got up 10 positions in one lap.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Let's get the position graphic up. It's yeah, 10 positions. That is madness there from Turbo. He may only be one of the only soft runners in the bottom half of the grid, but he is absolutely flying through the field as the RB driver. He's about to make another position, Matt.
Yeah, it's so he's on the soft tyres. I'm just getting my tyre graphic up, and yeah, he's certainly making that work well. You've only got one driver on the hard tyre, being Ryan Scores, and if you're a hash driver, it's not
he's got damage.
It's not a great day so far. What, Turbo Slug?
Turbo's got damage as well. He's missing the left-hand end plate. You see that?
Yeah, well, yes, yeah.
Is it just me? Yeah, that is a madness. He's doing that much progress even with that damage. He's also got another position gain. It's RSF1 Michael in the braking zone at turn 10. Is up into the top 10 now, past the kick Sauber of TRR Godzilla. He's going to have a look back down the inside. No, he thinks better of it. DRS was enabled this lap, but we haven't really had any other overtaking manoeuvres. Out in front, though, it's still RSF1 Invade leading, but I think Devil Noob could potentially take the lead here. This could be a change of look.
Yeah, it's the nature of the game as we've seen so far. It looks like it could be one big DRS queue still within the DRS of the driver in front, and he's got the move. So that's your first change of the lead today, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more. And it does look like, we can see the pack start to split up. Yeah, it looks like the top 5 are getting away now from 6th position, and Dolphin being that being the man at the front of the queue, as we saw last week in Spa.
Invade had a little look at Devil Noob there. Going through turn 3 and 4, couldn't quite make it work, and Devil Noob in the braking zone of the hairpin at 5 has got it done. Turbo went for the move into Runda into turn 1, went flying off the track with a bootload of understeer. Has made it work though going into turn 5. The Visa Cash App OnlyFans RB, he's up at P8.
Yes, Rundle has fallen down to 9th, taken by Turbo Slug, of course, on the soft tyres, which I think you've just mentioned. But it's Rundle is a marathon, not a race. He knows that he's on a different strategy. One position to lose. And, well, as we know from Australia, that he isn't too bad with his strategy. So, patience, I can imagine, in the Alpine. How's Ryan Scores doing in the McLaren Corey? The only driver on the hard tyre, of course.
Well, he is currently sat in P13. If we bring the position graphic up very quickly, he has only lost 2 positions, so I'd say that's decent progress for Ryan Scores, considering how slow that hard compound tyre is. I think he will definitely be going a hard soft in this race, but I think the ideal strategy is either a soft medium or medium soft, which is what we're seeing throughout the field. Let's go back up the field, because Pricey had a little look there on Invade going through turn 1, but the top 3 were separated by not even 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like that all race. The only way that might change is if the gap starts to extend under pit stops, as Invade goes for a wider entry into turn, I'm going to guess, and say turn 4. And has he got enough to make a move on the Ferrari? He does look around the inside, but thinks twice of it. So perhaps he's going to wait to get. Oh, and the Ferrari's got a bit wobbly. Are they going to go side by side? I expect Invader to go back out. He does indeed, as we head in towards turn 7. And then that dreaded turn 8. How are these cars looking going around turn 8 with a full tank of fuel? They are looking so far so good. Dolphin is doing all he can to get within that second window whilst he's on that soft tyres, and he has just made it. I think he has indeed, with the UK Beast Assassin keeping close company.
He has, yeah. Staying on board with Pricey though, because he is in a very good prime position here. Down the main straight, potentially even get both of them here with a double dosing of Slipstream as well. Looks like they're two ahead. We've got a decent run. Devil Noob, sorry, is going to be under a lot of threat down the main straight because he can have two cars behind him with DRS. He's going to have a whole pack behind him with DRS, but realistically, Invade might just be the closest one to go for the move because he's not using any battery at all down the main straight because he's got no battery, Devil Noob, and he might even get double overtaken. Invade does retake the lead of this Portuguese Grand Prix then into turn 1.
Yeah, there's a move further down though in for 10th. Oh!
And Devil Noob's gone deep, and the Williams has got through. They're going to go side by side at turn 4. This surely doesn't end well, but somehow they kept it wheel to wheel. Pricey might make it 3 wide into the hairpin. Surely not. He has a little look, but no, the Mercedes backs out in the end. They're still going to go side by side for the lead. I've been here before with SLR Ham. Didn't end well, but Invaders made it end well with Devil Noob and maintains the lead.
Yeah, that was experience right there from Pricey. A lot of drivers would still commit to the insides for the heroics, but he fought twice of it. And we've got a yellow flag, and I think that is one of the Haas who are having a really bad day. Oh, and Pricey's nose almost got taken off. He was looking at the inside there of Devonu. Pricey, he's definitely looking like he is quicker than the two, but it's about just trying to get past. You can be the quickest driver on the grid, but if you can't make that move, you're not going to get very far. As the Williams of Invade stepped out, and so is Pricey as well. Pricey is looking very good here. Is he going to try and get 2 into 1?
Well, there we go then. Let's stay off board with this battle. Who is going to have the lead of this race coming down the straight? Is it going to be Invade? He's got a lot of battery. Devil Newman's not got any battery at all. But look at Price. He might make it 3 wide down the straight here with DRS. He's past Devil Noob. Might even get past Invade. There's a McLaren as well have come. Might make a triple overtake into turn 1. Down the inside goes Com. Can he take the lead of the race from P4? Yes, he can. They wheel bang, but the McLaren has got through, or has he? Because look at Invade, still with the outside line with the Williams driver. Com with the outside line at 4. This doesn't end well, surely. The Williams has nearly lost it, but Com is still second.
Look at Pricey, he goes in 4. He's going to go to the inside. Is he going to make the move? The Mercedes! He does it!
This is nuts.
What a move! Oh no, he hasn't just yet. You've got Com's. Com's now got the inside line going down turn 7. You don't see two go side by side down this corner, especially the turn 8. We're going to see it exactly. Com on the medium tyre, but Pricey's got a soft tyre, and Pricey's in the lead.
Wow, what a half a lap of battling that was. Pricey with the outside line at turn 8 and the extra grip made sure he got the lead. But Cobb, respect for the effort for that. Nearly went for a triple overtake for the lead into turn 1. Couldn't quite make it work. A bit of wheel banging, but Rubbings racing. And wow, that was a highlight of potentially the season so far. I know with the early stages, but what a battle that was.
That was bravery. And off camera, actually, so just at the top of your screen, saw UK Beast Assassin make a move on Dolphin in a very obscure overtaking position just before you go down the hill. So UK Beast Assassin is feeling comfortable with the medium tyres now. I've lost my voice, and it's only lap 7. And 7 drivers, you can cover them with a cigarette paper.
Oh, here we go for the lead in for P2 as well. Con with the inside line. He's going to go side by side through turn 1 again. He's round. He's going to be in the wall. And that's going to be near enough race over. He's got damage as well. And all that good battling has gone to nothing for Com.
Oh, that's deja vu from last week, isn't it? We're going to see that post-Stewards, post-race penalty. It's Solstice Stig is your first driver to get a 3-second time penalty as Halo. Both Hazards, only one Hazard's made a pit stop, and he's onto the hard tyres.
Wow. I still can't believe that previous lap. That was absolutely incredible battling between the top couple of cars. We've got yellow flags at the back again. I think that's one of the McLarens going slow. That might be Com with damage. He's got a very long race from here to the checkered flag. in about 27 laps time. So still a very, very long way to go in this race. It's Pricey who leads out in front, 8.5 tenths clear of Devil Noob. RSF1 Invade in P3. We've got SSR Halo who's retired in the pit lane. That's his race over and done with. And Pricey has had a fantastic start so far. 5 positions gained, started P6, is into the lead of the race.
Yeah, and he's 9 tenths ahead of Devil Noob as well. So as I mentioned earlier that he's looking the quickest, it's just a case of getting past. He is definitely showing that once again. Yes, his first race this season, but there's no sign of him losing any speed heading into the new season. And I'm very intrigued by Ryan's scores at the moment on the hard tyres. This battling up front is helping him out massively. He's only 7.8 seconds behind the lead at the moment. And again, he's on the hard tyres. If he can stay within that queue, stay within a good distance, maybe he can stretch them out and end up on the soft tyres. As Calm, it looks like we're going to see him retire as well. He's got 10-second penalty into the pit lane. It's gone from bad to worse for the McLaren driver.
Indeed it has. We're going to stay with the front of the grid at the moment because they are very, very close to out in front. Apart from Price, he is nearly cleared off. How much batteries he got? He's got a little bit, but he's still got a bit more than Devil Noob. He's been really struggling with ERS management so far. I did hop on his stream beforehand. Said he was struggling with a bit of consistency with race pace. That's what he was looking for. He's doing very well at the moment. Still in P2, doing better than all the races he's had so far this season. But there's still a very, very long way to go in the race, and he does crucially needs to stay in DRS range here because it's what's going to keep him in the battle for this race win.
Hopefully putting the Ferrari curse to bed at round 3 of this season. It's been wretched luck so far for the Ferrari guys this season. It looks so promising as well. Gandhi with his flip-flops on pole position, and it just went downhill from there after lap 2. As we're going down the home straight, he is currently 8.5 tenths away from Pricey, so we're not going to see if he moves into turn 1.
Well, yes, we are, because Hayes has got DRS off Invade. UK Beast Assassin has also got DRS as well. Invade could lose 2 positions here on the main straight. Here comes the Aston Martin driver. The Mercedes has got the move done, has she? Yes, she has. Past the Williams she goes. What about UK Beast Assassin, though? Having a little look down the inside on the Williams driver, but no, can't get it done. Turbo had a fantastic start. He's now got a 3-second time penalty for track limits, and it looks like Hayes is going to hold on to that podium place for now.
Wasn't it a UK Beast? He's looking down the inside with those medium tyres. He keeps it on the inside. There is a little bit of space, a little bit of contact. And because of that, UK Beast Assassin has not been able to make as much from it. He remains in 5th position.
Indeed he does. This is some great battling so far between the top 6 positions. They have put on some great action. On lap 9 of 33 in this race, pit stops I'm sure won't be too far away now in this race for the soft compound runners. Pricey, the gap for the lead has now closed about half really. It was nearly a second when we last saw it. It's about half a second now, and it looks like they are starting to try and save. So a bit of ERS in this point in the race. Invade has got a 3-second time penalty now.
That is going to be crucial. That's a heavy anchor to have on board with him, especially in a race like this and how close it is looking at the moment. If the race ended now, he is going to lose a lot of places. But that gap at the front corner, that's close an awful lot as we go down the home straight, and Devil Noob is going to make the move into, before he gets to turn 1 in fact, and perhaps there's some tactics there. Are we going to see these two play a bit of a chess match? Oh, and Mercedes or Pricey was looking a bit towards the inside of a little cutback, but the rear fought twice of it, and Devil Noob is your race leader.
It is. In the meantime, there was someone that come into the pit lane. That was RSF1 Invade. He's gone for a soft, hard strategy by the looks of it. I don't think we've done for the lead yet. Oh, Pricey did have a little look there down the inside on Devil Noob. But the two have swapped around earlier on the lap. And it's now the Ferrari back in the lead of the race. Turbo closing up to the back of LSJ Wonder. We've got a lap car. That is Com, who's now a lap down in this race. It's been a wretched race so far for the McLaren. He's going to need at minimum a safety car to try and get back in it.
Yeah, it was looking so good as well, wasn't it? Big few corners and a big lap here for UK Beats Assassin. He's 1.3 seconds away from Hayes in 3rd position. He needs to be within a second for that DRS. Otherwise, you might see 2 races appear at the front as he's kept close company with Dolphin.
Oh, it's a Mercedes there. Got very, very close to each other. Hayes had, I don't know if she was trying to have a look on her teammate or not, but very close to the 14th corner. Pricey, surely he's going to retake the race lead here. Going down the main straight, you can see Devil Noob's got no ERS. Pulls to the right hand side, and before they even got to the start finish line, Pricey is into the lead of this race now. But as you said, UK Beast Assassin not within a second of Hayes ahead of him. And that could be crucial come later on in this race.
Turbo's luck is in the pits for a pit stop, carrying on with a load of penalties, as we know. The Mercedes are Pricey and Hayes, I'm assuming they're both full time. How do they play this? Are they going to play the team game until the last 2 laps, like the Indy 500, and then it's all elbows out? What do you reckon, Corey?
Ooh, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I mean, Price is on the quicker tyre at the moment. Hayes is going to have the quicker tyre come the end of the race. I guess it's just what's going to happen in the moment, really. I mean, they are both full-time drivers, so that, as we said earlier on, this is Price's first race of the season. He's been unavailable for the first 2 rounds, so it's good to have him back, and good to have him back at the front as well, because it's where he was for the majority of last season.
Have you done any race pace practice yet for Portimao this weekend? If so, how long do you expect the soft tyres to go?
I've done a bit, but I haven't done any soft running yet, so I've just been doing mediums. My guess is they're going to start coming in about any time now, really. I think the mediums can go about 20ish laps. I think anything between like lap 12 and lap 14, I think, is like the optimal, really, pit window. But Price has gone a little bit earlier than that, and he's peeled off into the pit lane. And Devil, I think, nearly hit the pit wall then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that I just went into the slipstream, or he changed his mind right at the last second. But regardless, Pricey, your race leader, or was your race leader, is into the pits, and on go the medium tyres.
Yep, he's going to try and get them to the end of the race. It might be a bit of a struggle with tyre wear come the end, but who knows? We might have a safety car. It's Division 2, of course we normally do, so not much is going to change. Devil Noob was still like near enough no ERS out in front. Surely we're going to see him into the pit lane this lap to try and cover off the former race leader of Pricey, and Invade has come out very far behind Pricey. He's been 3 seconds back. Oh, he's over 3 seconds back.
Yeah, he's on the hard tyres, isn't he? He's on the hard tyres and he didn't have any DRS for a couple of laps. That would have given them about maybe half a second. So I'm not surprised by that, but he should come back to him towards the end of the Grand Prix. That gap will get bigger between the two. And it goes to show how close the group is. Pricey was your race leader into the pits and he's down in 15th.
Yeah, it's very, very close so far. The grid, for the majority of this season so far, the first 2 rounds, I mean, is been very close. And carrying over to round 3, I'm sure it will for the end of the season as well. We've got Haas off. I think that, I'm not quite sure. I think that's Adrian who's gone off at turn 2. The Haas guys are having a very tough day. Hayes is going to go for the move on Devil Noob, but he peels off into the pit lane anyway. And Hayes is our new race leader.
Yeah, it's very easy to speed in the pit lane, especially the nature of this pit lane here at Portimao, and I just can't help it. My ears are hurting listening to myself on the stream. It sounds awful.
Man, imagine having to listen to you at the party, it's even worse.
Right.
Oh, sorry, you set me up for that. Oh.
Hayes is actually going to miss out, I think, for a bit. She's got no DRS, she's got no one around her, so she's got clear air. Doesn't got to brake a bit earlier to avoid the person in front, but she has got no DRS, which we know at least gives you about half a second per lap.
So Tyler Jenkins is going to have a look down the inside of Godzilla there, but he thought better of it at turn 5. Did the Red Bull driver. These 4, maybe even 5 cars are very, very close. Look at Ryan Scores having a little look at CJ there. I thought he was going to go for a move into turn 7. But no, he waits behind the Red Bull, and he's probably going to wait behind till the main straight when they get DRS once again. Let's have a look at the battle for the net race lead then. Devil Noob came up behind Stiggy Boy in the end, and Pricey's kind of in a good place at the moment because he has got a car separating the man that was in net race lead and net P2.
Ryan Scores, it looks like the hard tyres looking the best time to be on now between the mediums and the hards. The crossover period, I think, as they call it in Formula 1. And the Red Bull of Tyler Jenkins. Really squirrely. I thought there's big contact between the 2 Red Bulls.
Pricey! Pricey's trying to make his way through traffic. He's just did a fantastic move on Skull Killer going into turn 9. And now he's getting all over the back of Zacky's Beast, trying to go around the outside of turn 14. He needs to make his way through this traffic to try and hold on to the next race lead. That's the one disadvantage about pitting early. You will get caught up in traffic. And around the 15th and final corner, he needs to pass both of these cars down the main straight, really, to not lose any time whatsoever. He pulls out of the turbulent air of the cars ahead. He's in the wheel tracks of them. I know Liam will love that one. But no, he's going to miss out on both of the cars in the end. They're going to stay as you were. That is very close to the back end of the Aston Martin. He has to go for the move. He's going to lose so much time.
Yeah, he's out of hers. He couldn't make the move down the straight. He had no hers at his disposal. And well, he's got the move done on the Aston Martin in the end. A lot more difficult than he would have liked. But surely you can see a move down here on Zacky's Beast, and that is the case indeed. But important time lost there for the Mercedes driver.
Indeed it is, and we'll go to the gap for the race lead then. It is 22.8 seconds for the race lead. I think it's around 23 or 24 pit loss for Portimao. Quote me if I'm wrong, but I'm not 100% sure. And the Aston Martin driver is really starting to hold up Zacky's Beast now, and the man who's probably in a really bad place here is JD Devil Noob, because now he's going to be losing another 2 or maybe even 3 seconds now to Pricey because of this traffic.
Yeah, strategy looking like it's going to play a massive part.
He's going for a switch back. He's going to go down the inside. Is JD Devil at turn 13. He's made the late breaking work move done. And he's up into P12 now. He now has to get past Zaki's Beast, who's all over the back of Kiss Lesko. Can he get past the both of them down the main straight? In round turn 15 they go. We've got yellow flags. That is Adrian moving out of the way for everybody. And down the main straight we go then with JD Devil Noob. He might be able to pass the Kick Sauber, but can he pass the Aston Martin? He's got no battery left though, so he's going to be under threat. And maybe not even going to get both of them. Heading towards turn 1 we go. Ryan scores with a 3-second penalty. Devil Noob breaks late, nearly hits the back of the Sauber. Nearly has contact with the Aston Martin. This is nuts. He's got flying over the curb.
Yeah, so I was on board with that. GP Devil almost spun himself going around the curb, but Zaki, I think there was a little bit of contact from behind from Kislesko, which brought him around. So Devil, he's got the places, but perhaps not the way he would have liked.
And here comes Invade as well. He's now in this battle with Devil Noob after all that traffic, and he's made his way through it. And he's now within DRS range of the Ferrari, who's got no battery to defend whatsoever. And Invade could potentially be in this race now, but I said Devil Noob was going to lose a lot of time. He's now nearly 3.5 seconds back from Pricey.
Yeah, Pricey's put in his pace, showing his pace, isn't he? And both Pricey and Devil Noob both had the same problem going down the home straight. There are two drivers in front of them trying to overtake, but they had no urge, so their job was made to be a lot more difficult. One driver deserves a shout out actually. Colin was just mentioned him in the Twitch chat. Dolphin, who is now just picked 14 laps he did on the soft tyres. So no doubt he's going to be able to comfortably get the medium tyres to the end of the race. And Hayes has a 3.3 second gap, keeping the same pace as UK Beast Assassin.
Yeah, that was a mega stick from Dolphin, to be fair. He's in a really good place. And as you said, those medium tyres are going to be great come the end of the race. I think CJ has gone off at the back. Yes, he has at turn 14, so it's going to be a tough race from here on out for him. But Skullkiller's gone for the move on Kiss. Let's go into turn 1 with the inside line. Is up into 11th place. We've got RSF1 Michael making a move. That is for P4. Past TRR Godzilla. Through turn 5 they go. The Ferrari is into P4.
What does Ron do here? Because he doesn't look like he is as quick as he was in the past 2 weeks. Oof. So I was on board with Skullkiller there. He's just ghosted because he lost the rear a bit. And we're seeing a move, and it's Ulster Stig. And Kislesko, they're going to go side by side. Oh, I almost took a lot of the curb there. Going into turn 8, Kislesko has got the move. Dolphin has come back out in 15th position. Just like Dar's encountered, he is going to be facing a lot of traffic.
On board with the only man who started on the hard compound tyre this race. This is Ryan Scores going through the final corner now. He's all over the back of Godzilla and potentially even Michael as well. Down the main straight. If you use it a bit battery, you might even get both of them here. He pulls alongside the Kick Sauber. Should have the move done. And here we go then with Ryan Scores. Is he going to get past Michael? Heading towards turn 1. No, he's not quite. Oh, I tell you what, I said he wasn't quite close enough. He had a good look though. Caught us off guard. I'm sure he caught the Ferrari off guard as well. He's going to get another dose of DRS. Heading down towards turn 5. They're going up the uphill left-hander of turn 4 at the moment. Not the greatest of exit from Michael. Decent one from Ryan Scores with DRS, with the slipstream, with the inside line from the McLaren driver. Can he get up into 4th place? They're still going to go side by side of these two. The Ferrari's got the outside. There's a slight bit of contact between the two. The Ferrari's got the better exit. The McLaren's got the inside line. Will now have the outside line for turn 7, and with it is into 4th place.
Yeah, it's a good racing there between the two. A little bit of contact, but Robin is racing as you mentioned earlier. So the hard tyres on Ryan Scores now, they're definitely a lot better than the medium runners around him. 10.8 seconds though behind your current race leader in Hayes. So he will be quicker, will perhaps catch them unless he finds himself in a bit of a battle with RSF1 Michael and Godzilla. How is Pricey getting on? He's got all that air, all that free space in front of him, about 8 seconds, and then Devil will do 4 seconds back into an awful lot of yellow flag, and it's because the Haas once again.
Yeah, the Haas boys are having a very, very good day. Of course, the Joint Constructors champions last season are not having a good time so far here in season 13. And we have got someone in the pit lane. That is TRR Godzilla off his medium compound tyres, potentially onto the softs to the end of the race. We have got to move into turn 1. RSF1 Michael is into P4.
Yeah, there might be smart thinking there from Godzilla because he knows that there's a battle going on in front of him. He might lose time, so why not make the undercut work even greater? Pit a lap earlier, and you might even come out in front of both of them. Oh, and there's something there for you. Pricey, 3-second time penalty.
Indeed, that could be key come the end of this race. And side by side into turn 1, Zaki's beating Dolphin. The Williams with the inside line is up into 15th place now, and I'm sure he's going to make a couple more positions later on in this lap. We're going to stick on board with him.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun few corners here for Dolphin. It's the yellow flag once again, and that's because the house getting out of the way. So Dolphin's got past Zaki's space. It's going out side by side with Kiss. Let's go. He's going to make the move. Let's go. Actually, breaks a little bit later. Doesn't make it easy for him, but that's that move done. And in front of him now, he's got Ulster Stick and Skull Killer. How easy is it going to be for him to get past? It certainly made it a lot difficult for the lot of surprises in Double Noob earlier on this race, but they're trying to get through the traffic. Ulster Stick, yeah, that rear, those medium tyres aren't looking great on the Racing Bulls Visa OnlyFans car, whatever it is. But he's got plenty of others at his disposal, so maybe. Oh,
wow, that was close. Kislesko got to look down the inside at 10. I didn't even notice he was there. That was very, very ambitious to the Aston Martin. I'm sure Dolphin didn't even know it was there. That was caught. I think caught everyone a bit off guard.
Yeah, I think that probably might have been surprised Kislesko himself, because they're two completely different races now, and the medium tyres are very in different conditions. And here we go. Dolphin. It looks like he's just going to get the one card done. He's using his he's using his DRS. We've got another yellow flag. It's the house again. Dolphin, he's got past. No, he hasn't got past one. He's backed out of it. He's letting.
Yeah, I can't blame him.
He's making the cartridge unfold in front of him as Skullkiller has got the position back. So good racing there between the two, but it's not helping Dolphin's course. In fact, Dolphin's now gone down the inside. He's got the outside going round turn 4. He keeps his foot to the floor. He's got the DRS. He's got the grip. Has he got the move done? He brakes and he's got the move, so he's just got one driver in front of him now.
Yeah, that was a great little battle there. But it was only for 11th place on track, but it could be crucial come the end of this race, especially for Dolphin. We've got the Haas of Belgium off again at turn 4. The two Haas guys are really not having a good time whatsoever out there. I think they are a lap down officially in this race. The other has retired in the pit lane earlier on. But yeah, Dolphin is about to get back in the points then on track. He's in a very good position, net position in this race, of course. And, he got a good exit. Yeah, these fresh medium tyres are really giving the upper hand here against the traffic. He has lost a lot of time though, which could cost him. Devil Noob with another 3-second penalty.
We've got Pricey, Devil Noob and Invade all with 3-second time penalties. It makes it even more important for the likes of Dolphin to get the move done. However, he's going to be about 10 seconds behind. If there's a safety car though, it will really spice things up. But look at the grip Dolphin has compared to Skull Killer, as Skull Killer, before he went into the pits. Not the case, and Invade's got another penalty. 6 seconds now, I believe that is, for the wheelie driver, and that is really not going to help his cause come the end of the race. We've still got the front 6 yet to pit. When they do pit, we expect them to put on the soft tyres. Hayes has got that gap up to 4.4. She's found a second in the past 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah, I was just about to say the medium pit window is now open, so they're going to be pitting for the soft compound tyres as well the hards as well. Ryan Score's the only man to start on the hards in this race. He's doing a really good job, to be fair. He's sticking with the RSF1 Michael, not a slow driver in the slightest. And we'll see what the McLaren driver can do. He's got Tyler Jenkins behind him, who's got Pricey closing up to him. If Hayes was to pit now, she'd come out in that gap just behind Invade, so she'd be in clear air, and that's exactly what she's done. It's like she's heard me. Into the pit lane she comes, because she knows she's going to have a lot of clear air.
I tell you what, if you can close that gap, her and you could be discussing, if they can close that gap or get through the field a bit easier now, there's going to be less traffic to get past. They're really going to be in play here for the race win, like they were before the stints, because of course you've got 3 drivers with time penalties. The battle for the win could be actually battling for 4th on track.
It could do, yeah. Spot on. Skull Killer around the final corner. He's closing up to the back of Codzilla, who's on fresh soft tyres. He might be able to retake the position here down the main straight, because Codzilla, without DRS, without any ERS, the Alpine might have a look going down into turn 1. Is he going to go for the move? He is going to go for the move, you know. He's not in his race, but he's got every right to go for the move, and he has gone for it.
Hayes, she come out in 8th position. She's just over a second away from Invade. She's about 2 seconds away from 6th position Devil Noob. That is very doable versus soft tyres if she makes them work. The big question is going to be, can she make up enough time on Pricey to take a race win? He has got a 3-second time penalty, remember.
Here comes Godzilla down the inside at turn 5 with the fresh soft tyres. Has got that position back from Skull Killer. He's not waiting around. He needs to close that gap. And speaking of close the gap, look at Hayes go. She's already gained near enough a second on Invade on this lap alone.
Yeah, the next question is going to be when you can beat Assassin pits, where's he going to be? So he was going to be 4 seconds behind Hayes, so he's going to be in a bit of a race of his own, I believe, as Skull Killer has just left the session. Hopefully he can come back. But yeah, so you can beat Assassin might find himself in a race of his own when he comes out of the pit lane.
Wow.
As Hayes has just done the inside of Invade.
That is a fantastic switch back there from Hayes. She might be able to take sixth position here from Devil Noob. Down the main straight they go. Goes the Mercedes driver. You can see the red light flash on the Ferrari. Invade might even make his way through here. But Hayes is up into the top 4 now. She's absolutely flying.
Yeah, she didn't even need the slipstream of Devil Noob, did she, to get past? She's done that brilliantly. She saved enough Ers going down that straight. And, well, Devil Noob had nothing at his disposal. Look at that gap already. It's coming almost a second. As Rundle's now got a time penalty. So we see a lot of penalties for the front runners.
Yeah, the championship leader is not having a good day whatsoever. UKB's Assassin is coming to the pit lane for a fresh soft compound tyres. If you keep it penalty free, could be in a fantastic position to take the championship lead come the end of the race. Of course, was leading the championship at this point last season. So see if we can do it again. We've still got a few cars yet to pit in this race. The top 2 are yet to pit. They're of course being for the soft compound tyres. Invade is sticking with Devil Noob, who has now lost DRS range to Hayes, and she is really starting to close up to the back of her teammate Pricey now.
Yes, UKB's Assassin has come back out in 7th position as expected. He's in a race of his own. He's about 7 seconds away from Invade, but he is 3.5 seconds in front of Rundle, so he's got no concerns to worry about as UKB's Assassin, unless he has a radio call like last week that his tyre pressure sensor has gone kaput. As Pricey has made the move on Tyler Jenkins, because Tyler Jenkins has decided to go to the pit lane. 22 laps on the mediums. They must have been minging.
Definitely would have, yeah, you're spot on. And here we go then for P4. Invade to the inside line of Devil Noob. They're going to go side by side through turn 1. The Ferrari's showing the curve and he's showing off the track as well. He's hold the position off the track, and Devil Noob will retain P4. But will he though? Going through turn 4, he lets the Williams back through.
This only helps UKB's Assassin, who is closing them down at a rapid rate. 5 seconds now. He's getting 2 seconds in about 2 sectors. Again, these 2 drivers are carrying penalties, so UKB's Assassin is doing what he needs to do to collect at least a podium. Back at the front, that gap between Hayes and Pricey is now 6.5 seconds. As Skulker has retired. Where's that? Oh, he's done it on the track.
Oh yeah, that's a bit. Did he leave the lobby?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he left the lobby. That was a bit strange. I think you're looking at gap to lead now, because the gap to the lead is 6 seconds, but the gap to Pricey and Hayes is 3.8.
I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button all this time. Oh no.
Oh, you idiot. You idiot.
Yep. What am I? I'm an idiot sandwich.
She's gained a second this lap. She's absolutely flying at the moment. She set a new fastest lap of the race last time out. She's on a pretty decent lap this time round as well. She crosses the line. Is it another new fastest lap? No, it's not quite. But yeah, a second game this lap, and she's pulled nearly 3 seconds on Invade. Hayes is out of nowhere, really, in a great position to win the race.
Yeah, but how many more laps are the soft tyres going to be good for? If it's going to be another 3 more laps, then that's when she'll probably break even with Pricey on the medium tyres. And let's not forget, look at your race leader. Is it still Ryan Scores? He's hoping for a late safety car.
He definitely is. He's, well, has really no choice now, but to go to the soft to the end, and they'll be in great condition as well. Adrian's day, go from bad to worse, is a 3-second time penalty for the Haas driver. He's been off tracks more times than, I don't even know. But yeah, I'll give you that one. I find the funny side of that, so we're all good. Dolphin, it's closing up to the back of Rundle. I think, who was it earlier? Go on Dolphin, yeah, Colden, wasn't it? Who was cheering on Dolphin?
Yeah.
Who's having a fantastic race in his own, really. He's in a net P7, I'd say, and after penalties, could maybe in the top 5.
Yeah, it'll certainly be one driver who, if there is the late safety car, he will do very well from that. As there's the yellow flag, it's Adrian. What the? Oh, it's not Adrian this time. Sorry, Force about
Turbo. Sorry. Straight to Adrian. Ryan's in. Ryan Scores is in to the pit lane. And yeah, the late safety car call is not going to come then for him. He's going to box for the soft compound tyres to the end of this race, and that'll be one very quick McLaren.
Sure will indeed. He will without doubt catch up the drivers in front at a bit of a rate. The gap at the front,
yeah, Price.
2.7 seconds. The gap has closed down. The gap isn't closing down as quickly as you'd expect now. So is that now the best of the soft tyres are gone?
Well, Hayes really, I'd say, is in 2 minds. She's in the 3-second penalty window of Pricey, so she knows what she's got to do. But I think really you want to close into DRS range because then you feel a lot safer. But you don't want to over push the track limits because I'm not entirely sure. We'll have a quick gander while we've got a minute. How many warning Hayes is on? I don't think. Has she got any so far? She hasn't got any warning so far. So she's in a fantastic place. She can maybe get the foot down a bit and close that gap, which she's doing anyway. So we don't need to tell her that. And but out in front, it's a Mercedes 1-2. As it stands, they've been clear, especially in the second half of this stint. Pricey has led the majority of this race and has taken the lead in the early stages. And we're going to cross the line now, and we're going to have about 8 laps to go in this race.
If you're also using KB's Assassin, what are you doing? He's in 5th place at the moment, but by looking at penalties, he is looking likely to get a 3rd position. There's an 8.1 second gap between him and Hayes. Does he try and put the foot to the floor and try to close down that gap, or should he settle, Corey?
Oh, I think for Beast really, he's got to really get every point he can in the early stages of the season. If he gets into the top 3, then he could take the championship lead come the end of the season from LSJ Rundle. He's 8 points back from LSJ Rundle going into tonight. So Rundle with a penalty as well will drop behind Dolphin, who's starting to close the gap to him, to be fair, on those older medium compound tyres. So Dolphin looks to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yep, that's a Martin driver doing what he does best. As Ryan scores, he's having a lot of fun with those fresh soft tyres already. He just got the move done on an 8-lap old tyre. Godzilla up into 9th position he goes, and now he's got 3.5 seconds to try and catch RSF1 Michael. Ferrari are having a good day so far, touch with Corey.
Yeah, I haven't got any wood around me, but good evening, SLR Liam. Yeah, they are having a good day so far. They're going to lose out on penalties, is a problem with it. And out in front, Hayes is now within DRS range of her teammate. She did not wait around at all.
She did not. Like Semsha said, Mercedes dominance for bore fans.
Yeah, how that aged. Here we go then, down the main straight. Hayes has got DRS in her teammate. As you can see, the rear wing flap opening in the second of Mercedes cars, and she's in a great place to take the race victory here in Portugal. Shoots herself right into championship contention then in the early stages of the season. Bit of a lock-up from her teammate heading towards turn 3. He's gone very, very deep. That's going to allow Hayes to close up through turn 4, the uphill left-hander. And doesn't look like he's using much battery. As you said, Ryan scores, having fun on those softs. He's just set a new fastest lap of the race, 1:18.2.
Yeah, first, I think we're going to see that beaten by at the moment. It's going to be from Turbo Slug. He's on 1 lap old soft tyres at the moment. As we've just seen him move a bit further down, and that is Godzilla's been overtaken by Tyler Dickens. So Godzilla was the first driver to pit onto the soft tyres for the latter half of the race and his strategy, and it does not look like it's going to pay off. He hasn't got a penalty, so if he can stay within the DRS, he might still be able to make up some ground. However, it is looking a bit grim for the stake Predator's Blood F1 car.
UKB's Assassin has got within DRS range of Devil Noom now. Turbo, as you said, a new fastest lap of the race. 1:17.9 now. He's enjoying himself on the fresh soft. So got yellow flags again. That's Adrian out of the way for everybody. And yeah, Beast is it at the moment. If it ended like this, he'd finish P3 and take the championship lead.
And Hayes has got the move done on the inside already. I think there might have been a bit of a teamsmanship there, or it's Pricey. Pricey has not got the DRS, and Hayes is weaving, and so is Pricey. So I think there is a bit of team play in there. So I think they're now going to be helping each other out and securing that 1-2. That's actually quite nice to see.
Yeah, it definitely is. UKB's Assassin's going for the move down the main straight. He's into P4 now. Great move there. Might not need to rely on penalties after it all. He's just going to go get it on track anyway. Is last week's race winner and could finish on the podium again. And as we've mentioned, could take the championship lead by the end of the evening. And that would be great for Beast's confidence as well.
Yeah, he's again, for someone who doesn't like playing the game, as predicted, I think, by Sem, doesn't like the game, but will find himself in another championship battle, and it does look like early doors, the early indications that is the case indeed. And it's expected his tyres in a good nick, because for about 10 laps, he found himself in a race of his own. So the tyres were at a good temperature, and he could just do his smooth driving style, find the rhythm, until he closed the gap. So he's in a good position here as the Aston Martin driver, set for another podium to add to his very long list of podiums in SLR.
Jurassic Blazers asked, what was the pole time? It was 1:16.505. That was from RSF1 Invade. And it appears to be the trend so far this season, like in Formula 1 at the moment in real life, is you don't want to start on pole position because you're not going to win the race. And that trend's going to continue here in round 3 of SLR Division 2. Because at the moment it's going to be Mercedes 1-2, and they look to be working together to try and pull that gap as much as they can, especially with Pricey. If he does manage to get another 3-second penalty, he might be able to just keep it over 6 seconds. UKB's Assassin, who had a look there on RSF1 Invade into turn 1.
Yeah, Beast doesn't have to do anything too hasty here. He won't make the move. He won't do a Max Verstappen, should we say that, from quite far back. He doesn't need to do that. Unless he fancies just entertain the Twitch viewers, if you're listening, Tom. This is where we see him do a dive into turn 8 now.
I was going to say, I was literally waiting for it. To turn 8 we go. That'd be stupid to go for it there.
Yeah.
Still Invade, holding on to that third place then. On track anyway, and Devil Noob has now lost touch of this little gaggle as well. He's in P5. It's still going to be some okay points for JD Devil Noob. So far, this season is pointless. So far this season, he started on the front row for one of the early races so far this season, and well, at least it's something for Devil Noob to potentially kick-start what has been a tough start to a season.
Prime Scores is continuing to make progress. He's now right at the back of Dolphin, who is on the medium tyres, so Dolphin's pace is coming a bit undone at the moment now on the medium tyres. The strategy he has gone for doesn't seem to be the best, as Com has got another 3-second time penalty. What could have been for the McLaren driver? What could it have been? I'm sure. Oh, actually, let's not forget, of course, what's going on between Pricey and Hayes. Better Stewards investigation as we go free abreast. Oh, and Ryan Score's got a bit on the grass, and he's going to try and go around the outside of Dolphin. That's not going to work. You're not going to try that round, Dolphin. And there's a little bit of contact. And there's a little bit of contact once again. Ryan Scores wants to get the job done. He knows it will get done. Dolphin's probably going and saying to himself, mate, you got the move done, just wait. And no, wait no more. Ryan Scores is up into third position.
Oh, lost the back end there, did Ryan Scores out the corner, but he's got the move done. Dolphin, though, is a little bit under threat from Michael now, 10th and a half back. This battle's probably going to go to the end of the race, and we're going to have 3 laps to go when we cross the line in this Division 2 race. No safety cars. It has actually very much surprised me, as Turbo Snails into the pit lane again to potentially go for fastest lap.
Yeah, Major got fastest lap at the moment, just wants to cement it, I guess. He won't get the point, but no one at the top 10 will either. Adrian, I believe, has been lapped 3 times.
Let's have a look. Well, he's a minute and 19 behind the leader. He's gone 26 laps on the mediums.
Maybe he will go for fastest lap. Adrian, go for it. Go for fastest lap.
Go for it. Let's go back on board with the 2 Mercedes then. Are they going to swap around again? Pricey's mediums are going to start to deteriorate, but Hayes' softs are really going to start to deteriorate now. They're 10 laps old. They normally go about 13 laps in a race distance, and that's what they will become the end of the race. They're pulling along a Turbo Snail. He's a lap down now in this race, but well, he had a really great start, didn't he? He gained about 12, 13 positions. It's just unravelled.
Yeah, it's just that was the soft tyre advantage, wasn't it? Again, I would love to see that first lap, so if you're here in Turbo Slug, please send that in. I just suddenly thought, again, big brain thinking here, Hayes and Pricey, are they helping each other out because Pricey is expecting a penalty? Because with the penalties that drivers have got behind him, he will finish second on track, but with maybe 10 seconds, he might still get a podium with how things stand, should the stewards give him that penalty outcome.
Potentially, we will see when the stewards report is out later on in the week. And but it still has to be settled on track at the moment. Hayes looks to be the victor of this race, barring any craziness for the final 2 laps, and it looks to be a Mercedes 1-2 again, barring anything happens for the final 2 laps of the race. But on track, he doesn't look like third place is settled yet for UKB's Assassin, because Invade is all over the back of him on 22 lap old hard tyres. He's doing a fantastic job. Is the Williams pitted very early in this race, and he's taking these hard tyres to extortionate levels.
Yeah. Oh my God, what's going on there? Oh, that's Turbo Slug trying to get his way through the track. As he's gone, he's gone quickest in Sector 1, unsurprisingly, and he's just driving through people, so he's definitely going to get fastest lap once again, is the OnlyFans car. Oh, my throat.
Might get a bit of a talking to from the stewards as well, because I know a lot of people, especially in the league, including myself, don't quite enjoy seeing that, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's very off-putting for the front drivers, so they might get a bit of a telling off after that one. Michael has made the move on Dolphin. He's now up into 8th place, but Dolphin, look at him go. Might potentially, as I said earlier, could be on for, what, a top 7, I think, if it ends like this?
Yeah, which would be good points when you consider the standard in this division, and last time he raced here was in the lowest division.
It's on 16 lap old mediums. We're about to start the final lap now of this race. There's the 2 Mercedes out in front that are still leading. Then Hayes leading Pricey, and they're going to go formation potentially across the line, and it's Turbo Slug, as you mentioned, 117.3. That's a very good race lap. But here comes Invade then. He might take P3 back from UK Beast Assassin.
I mean, they're both in different races still with the penalty, but Invade on track wants to get past the line, or wants to be the third driver to cross the line. And to be fair, I think UK Beast Assassin, he won't be too miffed if that is the case, because he knows he's got the position regardless, unless one of Invade's, well, actually no, because Invade's got more than 3 seconds, doesn't he? I was going to say that if it was, I was going to say in case it was one warning or 2 warnings that were a glitch, but yeah, 9 seconds. He will lose a few places, not too many though.
So then, half a lap to go then in this Portuguese Grand Prix here in Division 2. And what a race it has been. I say that hasn't been the most entertaining of races, but we've seen some fantastic battling, especially towards the front. And well, actually, I think I might actually be lying here, because I think Hayes might be the championship leader after all this. She's only 13 points away. So yeah, I'm right. Yeah, Hayes will be the championship leader come the end of this. She now rounds the penultimate corner, and what a drive it has been from the Mercedes driver. It's not just going to be a Mercedes winner; it's going to be a Mercedes 1-2. Hayes rounds the 15th and final corner for the 33rd time here in the Portuguese Grand Prix. She takes victory in Division 2. It's the first of the season for her. It's the first win in the season for Mercedes. It's a 1-2 for the Mercedes team. It's going to be UK Beast Assassin who takes it across the line for P3. Hayes is our new championship leader. Devil Noob in P4. That's a great result.
It's nicely done by Mercedes there. Nice 1-2. I might have to ruin Turbo Slug's stake as CJ is on a fastest lap attempt here.
Here we go. Let's go on board with CJ then. Going through turn 8 of Samsung corner. Let's get the telemetry up. Fastest lap at the moment is a 1 minute 17.3 from Turbo. Let's get the lap delta on the screen. Through turn 10 then. Can CJ still the fastest lap? He's not going to get the point for it. Through the middle sector, he's 1.1 seconds up on his PB. That isn't going to be enough at the moment, but through the final sector, this is going to be where the race is at. CJ, can he steal fastest lap from Turbo? It's going to go from the Red Bull Junior team to potentially the Red Bull main team through the penultimate corner. Here we go. I can't believe we're watching for fastest lap here across the line. Here goes CJ round the final corner. Can he steal the fastest lap away from Turbo Slug? No, he can't. He's actually miles off in the end, and it's going to be P13 in the end for CJ. But wow, a pretty decent race that was. Thinking about it, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it was a decent race, but by Div 2 standards, it was actually one of the less entertaining ones. But we are now. I mean, the standard is so high with entertainment. That is what you're going to get occasionally. But nevertheless, we still saw great performances there, especially for the Mercedes duo. And of course, a man who never gives up, UK Beast Assassin, occupying the last position on the rostrum. And a good shout out, actually. He got 7th place in the end, Dolphin.
I'm about to mention that, yeah, with the driver of the day popping up. Who are you going to give your driver of the day to? Because there's quite a few candidates it could go to, actually.
I've got to give it to Hayes. Fourth to first. She had the pace. She managed the traffic brilliantly, and she made her strategy work phenomenal as well. So Hayes is my driver of the day.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you with that one. We've got Hayes in the party. We're going to get Beast in the party. I'm going to try and get Pricey in the party as well. If I remember right, he does actually have Xbox. Pricey.
Isn't Pricey? I'll let you have that one then.
So then there's the classification on your screen then. It is a Mercedes 1-2. Hayes leading home Pricey for the Mercedes team. It's UK Beast Assassin who rounds out the top 3 then in this race. JD Devilnu, first points of the season for him, 12 on the board for the Ferrari driver. RSF1 Invade from pole position to P5, keeping up the trend of the pole sitter has not won so far in Division 2 this season. LSJ Rundle P6. Dolphin, great drive from him, 7th on the grid to P7. That doesn't justify it at all though. RSF1 Michael P8, Ryan Scores P9 and Tyler Jenkins will be the final point scorer of the evening then. And there we go. Round 3 of the Division 2 season is over and done with then. A little decent race it was, as Matt said. By the standards we've seen so far in Division 2, especially from the past couple of seasons, wasn't the perfect race, but still a decent one. Let's get underway with the interviews then. And we'll get the cars up on the screen. And we're going to start off with P3 man, UK Beast Assassin. Matt, I'll hand it over to you. Make sure you got your boxes ticked as well.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. The top 3 drivers, none of them started in the top 3. So qualifying, as it goes to show, it's very overrated. UK Beast Assassin, congratulations once again on another podium to add your ever-growing list of podiums in Summit League Racing. Your 2nd podium in a row. and that's 3 races now, I believe, or every race this season, you have finished in the top 5. Consistency this season, we said last season that what would win the championship. Wasn't the case in the end. This season is looking so far so good. Talk us through your race. You were battling right at the front at the start until the pit stops, and then afterwards it was a case of you catching back up. So, I mean, first of all, is there anything you would do differently about your strategy?
Yes, probably pit 1 lap earlier, sort of on the same lap as Hayes and Rundle, but obviously that's in hindsight. I didn't know they were going to pit as early as they did, so I think overall the strategy was fine, really. I managed to get ahead of the Ferrari, I can't remember who it is, and the other car that I overtook, I cannot remember who it was in fade. So the strategy worked against them, but I think Hayes and Pricey, they just had too much pace today. I'm a bit disappointed to be 8 seconds off them, but we know on their day they're 2 of the fastest drivers in this division. So congratulations to them on their strong 1-2.
Absolutely, and it's one of those rounds where, like, yeah, you will get rounds like that where 1 or 2 drivers will be really competitive. I mean, I've got to ask the question: you weren't a fan of the game. You're now finding yourself having good consistency here. I mean, is your opinion changed at all, or are you gradually getting a bit of a soft spot for it?
It's changing for the better, but I still don't like it. It's still the worst game since I started playing in 2019. So, yeah.
Oof. I mean, 2022 was a shocker as well. I mean, I've got to talk about again the next coming races. You're really building some momentum now. You might not be, I say you might not be getting the race, which you won last week, but to find the great consistency as you did this time last season. I mean, what's your thoughts going into the next few rounds? I can't even tell you what rounds you're going through next, but what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed the first 3 tracks. I think they're 3 of my stronger tracks, and then looking at the next 3, I think it's Monza. A couple of, I think Canada's one, which is okay, but they're not the best tracks for me personally. So it'd be a case of just picking up results like today, just strong, but not as good as not maximised results. So yeah, we'll see.
Absolutely, Monza. Of course, I remember last season in the first 2 laps, you found yourself a bit of a kerfuffle. Hopefully, not the same again. Congratulations on 3rd place, UKB's Assassin, as we hand over to Corey to interview, I believe, a fellow Leicester City fan.
What do you say? First of all, congratulations, UKB's Assassin. Mega job. And back in the championship contention for sure now. Over to Pricey then. Is he here? I'm not 100% sure. No, he's not actually here. Damn it. That's a shame. I guess we'll head over to the race winner then. Massive congratulations to Pricey if you are watching. But we're going to join to the other Mercedes driver. It's Hayes then. Our first race victory of the season, and a Mercedes 1-2. Couldn't have done it much better. Talk us through your race in the end, because it looks like you two had perfect chemistry working with each other to the checkered flag.
Well, we weren't in a party together, but I saw he was on the soft at the start, and I thought it would be the wise choice to let him pass, because he'd be the quicker person at the time. So yeah, it worked out perfectly. I was just tying him along to make sure UK couldn't catch up to us, because he had the 3-second penalty, so I just kept doing my DRS, and my medium stint was mega. I'm really happy with tonight's outcome. Thanks Geefy as well, helping me out as an engineer too, but I'm just over the moon that I qualified 4th and I managed to come away with a win with my teammate behind me. So, and congratulations to you as well, mate, Assassin, because it's not an easy track, mate, and yeah, fair play to you for being consistent this season so far.
I prefer the beef from last season.
Yeah, I prefer Belgium. But yeah, now I believe you are now into the Championship lead of Division 2. You were in Championship contention until the very latter stages of it last season. Do you think this could potentially be your season?
I hope so. We'll see. I love this game. Complete opposite Assassin. I love this game. Honestly, I have a lot of love for this game. I love the handling. I love the fact I'm getting the grips with no ABS. So yeah, hopefully I can continue the fight all the way to the end of the season, and hopefully stay out of incidents as well. Good
to hear then. Pass it over to Matt if there's anything to add.
I've got no questions, but all I do with add to that is we're 3 rounds in now, and it's definitely safe to say that drivers are like getting to grips with the game now. Just seeing the names from last season find themselves back at the top. Yeah, Pricey back today, back in he got a podium, and you've got Hayes and Beast getting podiums and in the top of the championships once again, like we saw last season. Just obviously that one name that isn't there is Estardano because he had his day. So whose dog's day is it going to be this year, Corey?
Well, we're going to find out then. Next week we head to Monza for round 4 of the Division 2 season. If you want more action from this weekend, make sure to join us Division 3 tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And then, of course, we've got the McEwen Division at 8 p.m. as well on the Sunday. Massive thank you to everyone in SLR Southern for joining me. Congratulations to our top 3. Oh yeah, we've been raided by Devil Noob. I must have missed that.
Yeah,
Sorry. Thank you, Devil Noob, for the raid, and congratulations on P4 for tonight. But yeah, we will see you next week for Division 2.